So to demonstrate some of the aspects that we've been talking about, I'm going to invite in Stephanie Dennis, who's our head of marketing. So come on in, Steph.
Hello, Martin.
Hello. Right, so you've been watching me describing the machine.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay, and you're quite happy that all of the doors work.
Yes.
And that you can't get into the machine
Without tripping.
without tripping the interlocks. Okay,
Yep.
good. So in terms of presenting some sort of motivation, and on training courses that I deliver, I will often say to the people on the course, imagine that I've hidden 500 quid in cash inside the machine, and if you can get it out without tripping the interlocks, you can keep it, then that causes people to look at the guarding in a very different way. Okay, so we haven't got 500 quid in cash with us today, but we do have my laptop. Okay, so does my laptop represent enough motivation to you, Steph, to try and defeat the interlocks?
Yes.
Okay, you've seen how the 3 doors work. Okay,
Yep.
how do you which door do you think might be the most likely to be able to be defeated?
I think perhaps this one.
Okay, and why is that?
Because I noticed there's a little button there,
Yeah.
and I thought if somebody was to put some blue tack or a bit of sticky tape on it,
Okay.
they could hold it and stop it from working.
We could demonstrate that, couldn't we? Okay, so if you open the door, okay, that's caused that to go out, but if you hold that switch in with your finger, I can still reset the machine. Okay,
And it still works.
and it's running. So now that the machine is running, you could do whatever you wanted through that open door.
I could get the laptop.
Yeah, you can get the laptop out. Okay, so that's the first one. Okay, and typically if I see that sort of interlock being defeated when I'm doing an inspection, it will either be tape, insulating tape, or even a cable tie like this one, being able to be put around that to keep that switch in. What did you think about the tongue interlock switch on the side nearest you?
The only thing I could think about this one is potentially somebody could jam something in it to stop it from closing properly.
So you're thinking maybe like a screwdriver?
Yeah, potentially.
Okay, let's rotate
Let's
it.
rotate.
A little. Okay, open that door. Okay, now have a close look at the actuator. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, given the way that it's shaped, do you think we're going to be able to use something simple like a screwdriver or a
No.
paper clip or something like that?
No.
Okay. And that's the reason why those actuators are shaped like that. That it's in the standard, it's called mechanical coding. So it's a particular type of design that you can only use with that interlock to prevent it being defeated. However, if I've got lots of those sorts of switches in my factory, what might I have sitting around in case of a breakdown?
A spare one.
A spare one, okay. So if I went and got a spare from the store cupboard, or even if I was able to detach that one from the door.
You could pop it in there.
Okay, so just to demonstrate that, we've got a spare actuator. Okay, so if you want to pop that into the switch, needs a bit of a push. There
Just
we
like
go.
that?
Yeah. Okay, and I reset. Okay, so the machine is reset, the door is open, and Steph can do whatever she wants with that machine there whilst it's running. Steph, what do you notice about the non-contact switches on the door here?
They're on the hinge side, not where you actually open the door.
Right, okay. What difference did that make, do you think? Because after all, if I open the door, they'll still trip, won't they?
Perhaps if somebody was to open the door slightly slower,
Yes.
then maybe there would be a window of opportunity before it trips.
So do you want to try opening the door, and we'll see how far you can open the door before it trips. So if I turn you this way a little bit so that the camera can see the gap. Okay. Right, so how far does it get open before it trips? Okay, there we go.
Quite far.
Yeah.
I feel like I can...
yeah, you could still get your arm in there, couldn't you?
There.
Quite comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if I close that back up again, and we relocate the switches, just to demonstrate the difference that it makes. Okay, now if you try and do the same thing again.
Slowly again.
Slowly again, and we'll see how far the door opens before the green light drops out.
Oh, much less far.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't be able to get my hand in.
Yeah, so yeah, you might be able to get perhaps a finger through.
Finger, yeah.
Okay, but certainly not a hand or an arm.
No.
So the point we were making earlier about spares is that I could go to the stores and get a spare one of these, couldn't I?
Yes.
Yeah. Right, should we give it a try?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so let's open the door. Okay. I'll hold that in place. And it's able to reset. Okay, now, although this type of device is designed so that if I just had an ordinary magnet, okay, I couldn't just hold an ordinary magnet on here and it would activate. Mm-hmm. These two pieces are coded together, but the key thing is that they're not individually coded, right?
Okay.
So if I happen to have several different spares of these in the stores, then I can still do that. There are more advanced versions of this type of switching arrangement where the two parts are individually coded.
Okay.
So it's you wouldn't be able to mix and match. Yeah. Okay. And then the other thing that I've seen as well on other machinery is where both pieces have been removed from the machine or from the gate, wrap a bit of tape around them, and then we reset and the machine is capable of running again. So the idea of this video is not to give people ideas about how to defeat interlocks. It's to encourage machine designers and equipment owners to be aware of the types of means of defeat of these interlocks, and also to consider the laptop. What's the motivation for people to defeat the interlocks? Why would they do it? Is it because the interlocks and the guarding has been badly designed and it actually gets in the way of them doing the job that they want to do?